Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you're having a great day or night, whatever time it is you're watching this. So, I'm going to teach you today about something in regards to sleep, and it's going to be geared specifically for you folks that are very busy with your business and career pursuits, that you just have demanding work schedules, and it's going to be just something very simple, but something that's going to help you to get better sleep. As we know, sleep is super important for us, for not just with fitness and training, but just for general health. All right, so obviously, I'm going to start with just again reiterating how important sleep is, why, but then I'm going to get into what that specific tip is, and it has to do with how we work. Okay, it's going to be a specific tip of something to do that's going to help you to basically get situated to get to sleep better and have a better sleep. All right, so here it goes. Let's get right into this, and then just to preface this, I'm a trainer and a fitness coach, online fitness coach. My name is Nick, in case you missed that. And I specialize with helping gaining muscle and strength, and especially folks that are looking to balance it around their work and career demands. And I priorly worked in public accounting, where I used to work, long hours, and now being self-employed with my own coaching practice. Again, I work a lot and stuff, and I understand the kind of struggles you have with balancing your work and your business demands, your career demands, just around balancing those things with staying fit and healthy and such. Okay, so I totally understand that. And I mean, everyone just knows this already, but just to go really quickly through, I mean, sleep is just super important for us. If you go long enough without sleep, you end up passing. You're not going to be here, right? So sleep is super important. We want to get a good night's sleep in order to properly recharge and stuff. And everyone's a little different, but you need somewhere between. I mean, some people claim they can go on 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Could be. I mean, I think most people are going to need somewhere closer to like a 7 to 9 hour range. Some people may need even a little more than that. But we know roughly, you need roughly like 6 to 10 hours of sleep, and I think most people are going to be in that middle range, right? And we just need it for just that we're going to be waking up having energy in the morning and just through the day, and we just need that. It's just part of our process, just recovering from training as well. We need proper sleep, but just with general health, we need proper sleep. Now here's the deal: most of us, with whatever occupation you're in, if you're in the professional world, if you're in any kind of consulting type of business, if you're in the corporate world, I don't know, it could be accounting, it could be finance and law, uh, human resources. You're in just management, or you're in operations. Um, what other kind of roles there are? I mean, you're a doctor. You're some kind of even if you're some kind of a service-based business, more likely than not, if you work from home, you're definitely going to fall into this kind of camp. More likely than not, though, you work a lot in front of a screen. What I'm staring at right now, your phone screen, your computer screen, or your laptop screen, maybe other kinds of screens, a tablet or something that your business, your company uses as part of your work. But I mean, we use basically computers for everything, and now phones are computers, so we're doing more and more with our phones. All my work involves around with, not all of it, but let's say 90% plus of it involves around a computer or a phone screen. And and then social media now too. Maybe some of you as well use social media for your business, or if not, you're still, that's where everyone congregates now. Instead of people physically getting together, a lot of stuff that used to happen that way, it's on social media now. It's online, specifically social media, be it Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, um, Facebook, whatever. I may be missing ones, but anyways, guys, we're on our phone screens a lot. But the thing with phone screens and with the TV screens too, it's something to do with the blue light that they just. I've seen things online, and it's definitely believable. I know it just from experience. We don't it Looking at that kind of stuff with the blue screens just before we go to bed, too soon before we go to bed, it just doesn't help with our sleep patterns very well. Okay, and I know this from practice. I do find I get seem to get settled in easier for the night, get better sleep if I'm reading before bed versus reading a book, that is specifically a book, not on a screen. Even though probably reading a book's probably better if you're doing it on a screen than a lot of things you can do before bed. But reading specifically, I find if I'm reading a book before bed versus TV or some kind of other screen time, whether it be on social media or what, I do seem to just get settled in a little bit easier and stuff with my sleep. It just puts me to sleep more, and I enjoy reading, but it's definitely helpful. And then the other thing with some of the stuff with this is non-work related, but some of the TV shows are pretty sensationalist and stuff, whether it be with just the violence or the sex or the whatever. It's stuff that's just pretty exhilarating to then watch, and then you're all amped up, and then try to go to bed right after you turn off your TV. It would make it can make sense from that extent too. Some of the screen stuff just is not as good for us to be consuming before we go to bed. Now, I'm going to get into the crux of it for us that are very busy professionally with jobs and careers and businesses. Because um, we work so much. Number one, just straight work a lot of hours, but we work so much from phones and computers and stuff, and looking at screens. It's kind of tough for some of us though to be always following this. Some of us maybe just we're checking, even if it's just non-demanding tasks we do at night. We're checking emails. We're doing other kind of non-demanding work, checking a schedule or whatever we're doing. We, we Sometimes it's hard for us to not be having this screen time right before we go to bed. But I mean, I'm just basically recommending though, as much as we can, kind of decompress from the screen time a little bit before we go to bed, even if it's just for 30 minutes before bed, hopefully more closer to an hour. It can be helpful. If you really can't though, the next best kind of thing to be doing is doing tasks that with the screen time, pick right before bed, pick things that are less mentally taxing and stuff, less exhilarating. Maybe not, like for example, when I was doing auditing, I mean, I'd be doing easy work right before I go to bed, just checking in with emails, getting caught up with emails. We'd have to, a lot of auditing, you have to document your work. So we have, these basically use this software to have like binders of just electronic files, like stored in a specific type format, just to document our audit work and to make it make sense. It's not all in like, it's not all, it makes sense where things are, right? How we're documenting, like we're documenting the internal controls of the entity. Then we're documenting our testing procedures. We're documenting the planning procedures where we're just doing preliminary analytic procedures and trying to look at the accounts, the different account balances initially, and trying to get a general sense what's going on and set the testing procedures, right? We have it organized. Well, anyways, I would pick less demanding tasks in terms of maybe just setting up a binder or just doing just a very kind of easy work that I can just very easily, doesn't take me a lot of mental type of thinking. I just, maybe when I'm setting up a binder for a client, I have to pull it from somewhere else to get it started. I just have to do kind of little work just to kind of make sure it fits with where I pulled it from. Just kind of getting things set up, very basic type preliminary procedures that don't take me a lot of mental work versus, it wouldn't be just putting together financial statements for super crazy complex clients right before I go to bed. Or I wouldn't be dealing with, if there's some kind of an email that's just a client, there's a problem with a client, or there's some kind of an internal problem in the company. I wouldn't be dealing with that kind of stuff that just, was going to grind your gears right before you go to bed. These are the kind of things I can advise you of as well. If it's just hard for you to always avoid screen time right before bed, first, be preferable to try to do that the best we can. Try to do something else besides looking at our phone and our computer screens before bed. But if you really can't, pick things that are just going to be less mentally stimulating, less exhilarating. With your work schedules, pick easier type of tasks. Maybe it's just kind of scheduling related type things, catching up with emails, dealing with work that's just kind of more clerical, more simple. They don't have to put a ton of mental energy into it. I mean, if you're one that's watching TV at night, maybe something that's more educational is going to be a little bit better to be watching. This is what I do, at least. I watch something that's a little bit more educational, and I don't watch a lot of stuff that's really, really tons and tons of violence and sex, honestly. I used to watch that kind of stuff. I don't anymore really at all. But maybe something more educational, documentary or something about nature on TV, or what else? I don't know. Something maybe some kind of a sport related thing. That's more of like kind of teaching you, or what, like a docudrama, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe is going to be better than the typical kind of TV shows that just desensitize you, right? These are because part of it could just be with the science side, the blue screens and stuff that we're seeing just isn't really good for us for going to bed. But part of it sometimes they pick up one thing with science and with studies, but really it's something else that's causing it, and they're surmising that, hey, this is why the problem. Well, part of the problem too is if we're doing stuff on our with our work and with involving phones and TV screens and computer screens, it's possible it's something else that's also a little bit of a problem, and that's something I've thought of before with trying to pick things that are going to be better for helping you kind of detune from the day versus where your mind's been working and and um, you're pushing yourself mentally to be figuring things out at work and just working efficiently and serving whatever your clients or your management, whatever role, whatever it is you kind of do for work. um, Maybe it's night's the time to try to find things that you can decompress a little bit better with versus just constantly hammering it all hours of the day you're up. All right. So again, to reiterate, the kind of tips I have is if you can avoid screen time, be it from phones or TVs or laptops or whatever, I think that's smart to be doing. Even if it's 30 minutes to an hour before bed, if you can be finding something else to do besides those, I think it'd be wise and prudent. But if you really can't, and you just gotta wind down with TV for the day, or you've gotta handle some work stuff to close out your day, just because you don't have enough hours in the day to not, then pick things that are going to help you, that are going to be better situated for you with just decompressing from the day, getting ready, where you're going to be sleeping for whatever 8 hours or whatever. Okay, pick things that are less mentally stimulating, I think is what I'm getting at. Uh, and that's what I advise, guys. I find this helpful myself, and and if you're really busy and you have a hard time doing this, like I'm in the same camp as you. Sometimes it's not feasible to be off my phone or off my computer for very long before bed. So I understand, but so this is something I work on too. But this is definitely what I encourage. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Listen, thanks so much for watching. If you stay tuned through this time, please like and comment for the algorithm, and please subscribe on here. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is at Nick Venuto Fitness. I'm going to put that down in the description. And in addition, if you have a need to work with someone to help you to reach your fitness goals quicker and more effectively and get better results, I'm dropping my Calendly link in the description as well. Feel free to book in a time for me and see if we're a good fit to work together. Okay? And again, guys, please subscribe. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one.